I am trying to process what just happened. I just had the most terrifying experience at the Grand Canyon with my boyfriend. A year ago today, I posted a TikTok about a true encounter that I had at the Grand Canyon that was pure terror. And I just wanted to come on here and talk about what happened and see if anyone else has experienced something like this, because I'm really freaked out. The video got 2 million views and sparked a giant discussion behind what me and my boyfriend encountered that night. Do you want this for emotional support?
Of course I do.
Is it from spooky to even spookier? You don't actually have to hold that. Okay. I am going to ask you some questions about what happened at the Grand Canyon a year ago.
My people call them chiquili, though, which means witch, or what white people would know as skinwalker.
You live in the United States of America. You should know one thing. If you're going to be going into any sort of national parks, don't do that alone at night, even with your boyfriend.
2023, if you still think that stuff like this doesn't exist, if you think that we're the only life form or only like dimensional being, we're not the only ones here. If you haven't already watched that video, I suggest you do, because it was a skinwalker.
So we were at the Grand Canyon and we decided to stay there to stargaze because the stars are amazing there. There's no light pollution. So we were sitting by the rim. We were sitting there in the dark and we couldn't see anything. And my boyfriend just had this awful feeling that something bad was going to happen. And that's not like him at all. He never feels like that. Even at night, he's not scared of the dark. He just had this awful feeling and we needed to go back to the car like right then. We started walking back down the trail. It was about a 20-minute walk back to the car in pitch black through a bunch of trees. Out of nowhere, we heard a whistle behind us from the trees and there was nobody behind us. We pointed our flashlight at the trees because we thought maybe a person was hiding in there. Nobody was there. We decided to pick up our pace a little bit to get back to the car faster. And my boyfriend, he started panicking. He just felt like we were going the wrong way. He was trying to get us to go backwards towards where the whistling sound came from, which was not the right way. That was the opposite direction of our car, but he thought that's where our car was. And I had to convince him that we were on the right path. So eventually, after walking down the trail, we ended up seeing the visitor center and we knew we parked near there, and my boyfriend, for some reason, he just wanted to go out into the dark area. He thought that's where we were parked, but I knew that's not where it was. I knew we were near the visitor center, but he wanted to walk like the opposite direction of where we were. So I convinced him that that was not the right way and we needed to go the other way. So we eventually found the parking lot where our car was, and we were walking towards our car, and out of nowhere we heard this awful panting noise, and it sounded like it was right in front of us. We were pointing the flashlight everywhere. There was nothing there. We couldn't see anything, and the noise, it just sounded like it was like running at us. We then like ran towards the visitor center. So after we collected ourselves at the visitor center, we just had to go back to the car because there was nobody around. Nobody was there to help us. So we just had to run towards the car. That's all we could do. And we went back to the car. The noise was gone. There was nothing. And we are convinced that there was like something demonic or something there. I don't know. I'm really scared. I truly believe whatever we encountered was some type of demonic entity. I think if we would have went in the wrong direction, something bad definitely would have happened. Today we're going to talk about what happened and see if we can get closer to the truth of what we encountered. We're going to go to the woods at night and put ourselves back into that situation. Sorry, I can't stop jittering because I'm really nervous. We're gonna put ourselves back in that situation and see what memories it stirs up. I know, this is such a bad idea. I know, you don't have to tell me. I feel like I'm never gonna get closure on what happened without just doing a full deep dive and putting ourselves back into that moment. I know I should probably just leave the situation alone, but I need answers. It's been a year, and I still can't think about what happened without literally wanting to shrivel up into a ball on the couch and just not exist. If anyone watching this video has encountered something like this, or knows what we encountered, or had a similar experience, please reach out, please comment, please let me know. A lot of people think that we experienced a skinwalker.
Honestly, I don't know what we experienced.
So we're at the crystal shop. I'm trying to find the bracelet that I lost that night at the Grand Canyon after our terrifying experience.
I'm sorry.
This bracelet, the night of the Grand Canyon, it went missing after that happened, and people on TikTok were commenting saying that they think that bracelet might have been like a protection.
Used up its cost.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Once the energy from it was dispelled, there was no longer need for it.
It's quartz and amethyst, which are known to be like protective stones. Who knows, maybe this bracelet
Maybe
saved
it's
us,
good that you're getting
protected
another
us.
one, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna see if we can find the same one. Let's go. Okay, I got it somewhere here. This is it.
Oh yeah, I remember because of this part, right?
Got it.
What?
I don't like buying things,
Yeah, so she makes me buy them.
and then he buys them for me.
You know, that's the one I want. It's just you don't want to spend the money.
I didn't want to. Wait, I want to show them.
Okay.
This is the bracelet. And I think this little guy had something to do with us being safe that night. Oh.
That's what I hear. You hear that fucking howling of
What is that? Okay, I heard something else. Let's go. This could be the key. My hairless arms because of laser hair removal. Look how pretty.
so in the back of it. Wow.
It's hematite, which keeps you grounded. And I need that because
Really has a hard time not flying, apparently.
no.
My anxiety makes me very not grounded. I'm always in my head.
Look how pretty. Thank you.
Let's go get Wendy's. I started to hear, and so did Julie, a heavy panting.
Let's discuss the panting noise that we heard, or what I like to describe as a demonic dog. Not to be dramatic. Literally a hellhound. I don't know how to explain it other than it felt like we were being hunted. The panting sound, this like demonic breathing,
All you would hear is just...
it sounded like it was all around us.
It just didn't make any logical sense. Where is the noise coming from? I can't find the source of the noise. Why is it getting louder and louder? What's going on?
It sounded like it was just everywhere and just closing in, but like that's not possible.
I was almost paralyzed in fear at the same time.
We also pointed our flashlight everywhere around us. There was nothing there.
Kept getting closer and closer. Even to the point where Julie and I were almost running back to the guest center and bathroom and stuff, but until we got there, it sounded like it was right behind us, which just doesn't make sense because there was, I promise you, not a single other person in the parking lot or animal.
So, long story short, we are at a park right now.
And of course,
This happens to be Loose Dog. It's just this little like beagle puppy, and he's just howling and barking in the woods. And of course, we have to go try and find him, which we've spent like the past like hour and a half
Yeah.
trying
In
to
the rain.
find him. It's kind of weird because when we were at the Grand Canyon, there was literally, we heard like what sounded like a demonic dog, kind of like an omen. Let's talk about the whistle that we heard that night. So as we were walking, we heard a whistle from the trees. We pointed our flashlight at the trees and there was nothing there. The whistle sounded sinister and not human. This is how dark it is, guys. Oh, I just got chills. This reminds me of like
Jesus,
the parking
don't just
lot.
say you just got chills out of nowhere.
Why'd that branch just move?
What branch?
Right there.
It's Wendy.
Okay, I'm scared now.
Let's just get this done, yeah? And you know what I just realized? This flashlight's ass.
I'm spooked. Oh,
That's what I hear. You hear that fucking howling of the coyotes?
what is that?
I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, I heard something else. Let's go.
I did hear a hump too. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Like a... Some fucking spooky ghost hunters we are.
I mean, this literally is putting me back into that scared feeling that we had.
It's not focusing. It's not focusing on you. It's really blurry.
Why is it not focusing? That's really weird.
Get it? Oh, now it's focused. It won't focus on you.
That's
As a
not a
matter-
good thing. That's like a horror movie.
As a matter of fact, it won't focus on anything. Your camera's just not focusing. It can't focus on you. What the hell? Oh, there we go. I got it.
So yeah, this is definitely how dark it was at the Grand Canyon. So just imagine being out here and you hear footsteps following you on the trail and you hear a whistle. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Moth. You like my light? You like my light, Mr. Moth?
Literally a year ago today, the most terrifying thing happened to us. And I'm really spooked right now and I have like
Why are you
goosebumps.
so concerned? I actually feel comfortable, weirdly enough. Like, I think...
Okay, this is literally like a year ago when you felt comfortable and you wanted to go deep into it.
Okay, and I was just... Okay, maybe we should start walking.
Yeah.
I see what you're getting at, you know, and I don't like that at all. I see what you're getting at. That is actually... Okay, now I'm getting goosebumps. I actually just got chills thinking about that. I'm a little creeped out because why?
Can you unlock the car?
Yeah. Can it open? Can it open? There you go. Well, now I'm a little creeped out, you know why? Remember, I was leading the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm really freaked out right now.
In my head, I knew where we were going.
You know what's weird? So he was acting exactly like this, where he just got like super calm and comfortable, even though like it was really spooky outside.
You're making me feel weird.
Why?
Because, like, you're describing exactly what happened, where I just got calm.
Let's talk about my boyfriend being possessed by a demon. Just kidding. He was definitely oppressed by whatever this was that we were encountering. He has a long history of religion in his family. His grandpa was a priest, his great-grandpa was a priest. They were performing exorcisms and like real scary shit. Scary demonic stuff seems to be attracted to him. He was literally trying to take us out into like the dark, scary woods, and he was like, no, it's fine, everything's okay. No, bitch.
All right.
No, okay.
Going the right way. That's my whole issue, you know?
This could be the key. This keeps me grounded and reason and logic.
I think logic.
They think that bracelet might have been like a protection.
Used up its cost. It was like a snap of like, where you told me like, this is how you're acting, where it just like brought me back to like, wait, you're right. Why am I so calm and collected?
Yeah.
We're in the woods at night. It's supposed to be scary. Here we are again. I literally, you'll see it. I was saying, let's go deeper in.
And I heard a whistle out there. That's what scared me. What? Well, that's why I got so freaked out and wanted to come back. So, okay, well, let's go get
That's
Wendy.
too much that's more than I bargained for, man. I wasn't expecting all that. That's just, I'm sorry, I'm kind of like shook right now. I started acting like that. I don't know. Let's go to Wendy's.
Let's go get Wendy's.
Thank you. Alright, you want to park here and eat? Just like we did in the thing, but we parked by a dumpster.
Why does that tree look like that?
It's given up.
Okay, what did you get?
Entirely too much food for me to be showing on camera. I got the biggie bag with the double stack, an extra 6-piece nugget for the protein.
This is exactly what we got.
It is actually. With ghost pepper ranch sauce, I remember that key detail because it was the first time I ever had ghost pepper ranch sauce.
Guys, I don't even know how we were eating after what had happened.
That's what I joke about. Like, you know, I find it so comical because, like, we were so shook and then we just ended up at a Wendy's.
I think we were just, like, trauma eating.
Mm-hmm.
For comfort.
The ghost pepper ranch sauce gave me the comfort I needed.
I remember just, like, being at Wendy's after that happened and just feeling, like...
Safe. Wendy's is a safe feeling.
No, actually, I felt the opposite. I felt like what just happened. I can't go back to normal life after that just happened. Like, going from like that absolutely terrifying experience to just like Wendy's parking lot and just like such a normal everyday thing. It literally just felt like so disorienting.
What's your favorite burger, guys? Oh, well, that's one way to start it back up. Nice. Sorry guys, you missed me finishing my burger.
Yeah, he was just talking about how he doesn't remember anything, which is wild to me.
Okay, it's not that I don't remember anything. It's just more like, I remember where we were and what we were doing. I don't remember my emotion. Like, I generally wonder if it's like, what do they call it in therapy?
Repressed memory.
Not a repressed memory, no. Like, I'm talking about when it happened, when we were at Wendy's, how, like, my brain just, like, switched into, like, oh, we're eating Wendy's, this is fine, this is fine. I got a 4-hour drive before we get back to the hotel. Like, my brain was, like, not letting me think about what just happened. Instead, it was, like, you know what I mean? Where your brain will protect you, so it, like, gets rid of the thought.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? Even though it just happened.
Yeah, I was the opposite. I was like, how can we go back to living a normal life after that just happened with this, like, now part of my worldview and, like, what I know about the world?
See, that's really comical because, like, we were just smacking on some stuff. Like, I was absolutely hammering that biggie bag.
And I remember you wanted to call your mom and, like, ask her to pray for us. His mom's, like, really religious.
My entire family is. I come from a lineage of pastors.
Yeah, but that just shows how, like, scary it was. This is weird, though, that we're, like, literally reliving this whole thing, like, a year later.
I know we swore, but, like, I'm not convinced he didn't plan this.
No, I don't, I swear. Wendy's, I'm sorry we brought you into this.
You were just the only food chain open at the Grand Canyon or nearby it in all the hotels.
Mm-hmm.
You were the only place open.
In conclusion, there really is no conclusion. I'm sorry. I think that we encountered a skinwalker. We were in Navajo land at night. We were isolated. We were confused. We heard a whistle. That's classic skinwalker. My boyfriend felt like he was just being pulled towards something in the dark. Skinwalkers lure you into the dark. We felt hunted. It truly makes me wonder how many people have encountered this thing and have just never talked about it, or an even worse thought, just didn't live to be able to talk about it. All I will leave you with is be so careful going to national parks at night, especially the Grand Canyon. There's just a different energy there. There's stuff beyond this world that we don't understand, and know that there are bad things out there in the dark that want to hurt you. Do you feel like whatever it was evil?
There was definitely negative intention. There's no guardian angel or saint or just anything good that's not going to reveal itself. Like, I was something that was being stalked and just cornered into like a bad situation. I did not feel comfortable. And honestly, if those lights weren't there to guide us out, I don't know what would have happened, honestly.